Welcome. You are at the CCC.
Where there are no outside issues. My name's Anthony. I'm an addict and an alcoholic, another bozo on the bus, and I care about you.
And I'm Louis. My pronouns are he and him. I'm recovering for crystal meth and alcohol, and I'm always in search of balance. Yes, and each week we strive to foster a brave space where we can engage in conversations centered around topics of recovery.
And our intention is to hold and inspire better spaces for more people in recovery by tackling issues sometimes used to separate us.
But before we do that, please like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Subscribe, tell your mom about us, your dad about us. Call your ex up. You've been meaning to call them, right?
Don't call them.
No, don't call them.
Yeah.
Send them a text, maybe a link.
No, don't even do that, because that's an open door.
Open door. Yeah, we don't want to. We want to.
It's like, that was closed.
We want to leave the past in the past, I think is what you're saying.
Thank you.
And now the disclaimer, the thoughts and opinions expressed on At the CCC are as alone. We do not represent anyone but ourselves. In other words, we're just a couple of friends behind a mic here to entertain you. And of course, everything we talk about is for general information purposes only.
Wow.
Hi, Louis.
Hi. How's it going?
Good. I'm hyperventilating.
Oh, yeah, you said that. Hey, so Jordan's not here.
Thank God.
Oh, whoa. Oh, ouch. Okay, Jordan, we love you. I love you. Absolutely.
We do love you.
Jordan,
So why did you bring that up? Why shouldn't he be here?
No, he's just not here. It's like, well, sometimes we have to take a break. You know, we give him a day off every now and then.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm tired. You know, I just had dinner before coming over here, and I'm like both full and like exhausted. But like a good full and good. I had dumplings.
Well, it's better than the alternative, because this one will eat on camera.
I will eat on camera. I will.
Oh, not camera. I'm saying camera.
Yeah, I know.
Because we used to film, but all of a sudden it's like you hear munch, and he's talking about don't hit the table.
Yeah.
Be careful what's in your mouth. So I got good news.
What is it?
Okay, so you know how I've been applying for city stuff?
Yeah.
Well, I finally got the invitation to move to the next step.
Oh.
So I get to test next week.
Oh.
So I don't know what's going to happen, but I like having information.
Yeah. You going to pass the drug test?
No, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to borrow some pee from you. How about that? I'm going to squeeze you like a. I'm going to milk you before I go in there.
Okay, we're not.
I want it to be nice and warm.
Never say milk again.
Oh no, I'm going to milk you. That's fucking hot.
You're dumb. That's hard. That's so gross. Okay, so we are very excited about our two guests today.
Oh, I know.
It's going to be a little confusing for some of you because they have the same name. So we have Sage and then we have Sage. So Sage Square, Sage times two. So how are you, ladies?
I'm good.
Okay, what are your names? Tell us a little bit about you.
I'll let the young one go first.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And welcome back.
How did you clock my
Welcome back,
age?
Sage.
Welcome back, Sage. Go ahead.
I'll say I'm Sage H, if that's helpful.
Okay.
I'm doing good. Yeah, my name's Sage, she, her. I'm an addict.
Yes.
It's been a long week. There's been a lot going on with the city funding. And so one of my programs recently got chopped.
Oh, no.
And, you know, there's been layoffs across the city. And so just experiencing that, and while also supporting our marginalized folks on the street and in treatment. So it has been a trying week.
Oh no. Has that been like is it been like federal funding? Is that what happened, or?
Yeah. It's been federal, federal from state to mayor's office, and the mayor's office has to kind of defund all these programs to make sure that the law enforcement is thriving financially.
Oh, the drama.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, to be continued. Girl, you should have brought that up before we recorded. I have so many questions
exactly.
now. How about
we'll get you after?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be here.
How about other Sage or Sage?
Well, I'm Sage M.
Sage M. Sage M.
Yeah, so I'm Sage M. I'm the older one.
Girl.
According to who?
No. Yeah, so I'm an addict. Yeah, it was long getting here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was long getting here. I was on the bridge and there was a stalled car.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But I'm so excited that I'm here. This is my
Yeah.
first podcast ever.
Oh, yay.
Well,
Right
welcome.
on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I have to say before we go on, I'm very excited to have you on. So I don't know if you've heard me talk about you before, but I have mentioned you on the podcast before. So a couple months ago, I think it was last year, you spoke at the BIPOC meeting, and everyone was really upset about something, and you very kind of calmly. This was like after the meeting, right? You very calmly, we were talking about like everyone's like in this hysteria about what's happening with the current administration. And you calmly said to everyone, we've been here before. Yeah. We've been here before. We've gotten through this before. And that's the thing that we need to be reminded of. I get chills just thinking about it. And that's been very impactful for me. And so I'm a clinical psychologist, and I brought in that same thinking into some of the sessions that I've had with like some marginalized groups. So I'm especially like excited to like have you at the table and to like hear more about like what your feelings and thoughts are.
That is so powerful.
Yeah.
Because I do a lot of things online, and sometimes I think I'm the only person that's listening to my bullshit.
Oh, no.
But I get messages like that all the time. So thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
It's amazing. That is exactly why we have to do what we're doing, regardless. We don't do it because of, it's almost like the third step stuff. We do it. We're not worried about the outcome.
No.
If it's going to reach who it's supposed to reach. And that's been the gift of this podcast.
The gift of this podcast.
Absolutely.
Brought to you by Lewis and Anthony and our higher powers. And the Castro Country Club.
And the sages.
And the sages. The sages. That sounds so mysterious. So today is a continuation of our series. Have we thought of a name for the series yet? Is it just...
Well, while you talk, I'm going to look for the name that it was given.
Okay. So this is the third episode on we're talking about non-abstinence and alternative recovery series. And so we're picking up on our conversation on SOS, so Secular Organizations for Sobriety. So for folks, if you're just listening for the first time, SOS is essentially...
More than one way, Secular Organizations for Sobriety.
I think I gave you that name too.
Yeah, exactly. I did it. It was backwards, and then when you gave it to me, I just flipped it around.
Okay.
So it's like, see, I'm letting you lead. It's like I'm being submissive. That's rare.
Yeah.
I love you.
Don't wink at me.
How you doing?
So Secular Organizations for Sobriety. So it was created as a direct alternative to 12-step programs so people who didn't want to believe in a higher power, right? That is basically kind of like the crux of it. So for some people, it's worked because they might have religious trauma or they want to abstain without feeling like they're adhering to some type of specific ideology. And the other thing is that maybe there are parts of 12-step that really turn them off. So like this idea of having some form of like almost implicit kind of hierarchy. So for example, like having a sponsor and then having sponsees, or having like a governing body. So that was basically why SOS was created. And SOS also is just kind of like the umbrella term for a bunch of different recovery programs. So I think Smart Recovery would count as an SOS program.
And Dharma?
No, Dharma would not. Oh, really? I feel like, I don't know, but my sense is not Dharma, because Dharma does have, because it's Buddhist, right? And it has like, it's 7-4. Is it like 8-4? So there's like the Four Noble Truths plus, right? So, but that's really interesting. Okay. So that's really interesting, because it made me think about it, because I'm like, I wonder if like people who are into SOS programs would reject Dharma.
I feel like it could be its own sector, because I also was reading something recently about how that form of sobriety is not within like the 12 steps.
Ooh, say more.
I can't. I just read.
Oh, you're like,
well, you know what? I feel like there are some people that, because of their feelings about 12-step, anything that's not 12-step falls over there. Like it's like what your thought about Dharma being there. They're all grouped together because we are against 12-step.
Right.
Because some people are just petty about it.
Right. And ultimately with SOS programs, like the message is pretty clear. It's basically you can recover without surrendering to anything external.
So like you can still be your own higher power, or
say that. Yeah. So can you say more about that? Yeah. Like,
they're,
yeah.
Do you notice they're kind of matching? What's
They
going
are
on
kind of
that second
matching. Did y'all do that on purpose?
It's
Even
like,
your nails, like dark. No, well, they're darker
her nails.
nails.
Are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Mine are so bad. It's like 72 degrees in San Francisco if you're listening.
It's so
from
hot.
outside.
It is really hot right
exactly.
now.
It's like
It is really
summer
hot
in the
right now.
winter.
Yeah.
It's like breakfast for dinner.
Yeah. So no steps, no sponsors, no prescribed beliefs, no central authority.
What did you find?
Yeah, because I looked it up. It says Recovery Dharma is a peer-led, non-theistic, and Buddhist-inspired program designed to treat all types of addiction and habitual behaviors. And it's
So
peer-led.
So it might be.
Well, we're all peer led. I'm kind of. I want to hear more, like what your thinking is. Like, what's your thinking here?
Well, it sounds like what you're talking about, SOS, is something that is more self-led, right? Like self-reliant.
Yes. Yeah.
Kudos to anyone who can do that.
Right.
Yeah.
I've done that before, and it never worked.
No.
And why didn't it work? Or what makes you say it didn't work?
There's this thing that all human beings, whether they know or don't know, and that is that we are community-based creatures and we rely on each other to survive. And no man is an island unto himself, right? And so I feel like when I was speaking in I terms, when I was out there and I thought that I could do it on my own, there came points in my recovery journey where I needed someone to talk to, someone to lean on. And I didn't have it at like very crucial moments in my recovery process. And so because I didn't have anyone to lean on or even a higher power, right? Because at that point I had lost my connection. And so because I lost the connection to my higher power and to my community, I went back to the thing that I knew could anesthetize the pain, and that was drugs. So,
Thoughts? Oh, I guess we're okay.
No. I'm listening. No.
I know you are. I'm just fucking with you. The reason why I pause is because Louis was on his phone.
You both are on your phone.
So, no, that's because I have my slides in front of me because I want to make sure I stay on topic. So then I have a question for the two of you and everyone at the table.
Before you ask the question,
okay.
I realized our last couple episodes and even this now, we're talking about this, we're open to it, but I feel like this is a bait and switch, like we agnostics, because we come in talking about, well, we know, not us, but in the book they say, you don't have to believe this, you don't have to believe this, but later on, but they end it with saying, but even if logic was your thing, at some point you were kind of faithful to something. So it's like, anyway, I just
right.
want, yeah.
There is a certain level of bias at this table.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, and we were okay. So that's so fair because Louis and I were like, we were contending with that over the last few episodes because we were like, no matter how hard we were trying, like Sage to your point, it's like we were like, but wait a minute, I don't know anything else other than this, right? But I also have the experience where I also, for example, I tried doing all the other things. Like I tried not having a 12-step system. I tried just doing therapy. I thought I needed to be on better medications. I thought I tried all of those other things and they just didn't work. And so like I said, the last time we were on air, if you're out there and you've done one of these programs and you want to come on and talk about how it's been effective, like please come on and talk to us. Cause I can't conceive of that for myself.
And even though we have a bias, I still believe my thing is whatever works for you. If it's working for you, if you are living your life, if you're happy, genuinely happy, and you're doing what you feel you need to do, that's the best program for you. That's right. Whatever that is.
I don't know if this is TMI, but I know like
on this podcast.
It's TMZ.
It's like, oh yeah, let's go.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I know when I found out that one of my parents actually used crystal for a really long time. Sorry.
So you, okay.
I realized that one of my parents used crystal for a really long time. And I was like, so did you do 12-step? And they were like, no, I just really wanted to maintain my marriage and have my kids.
And for some people that works.
And that works. And I'm like, I love that for you. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what fucks me up about that? Because it's like, okay, but what do you do with everything else? Like, right. It's like, sure, I stopped drinking and using, but like my thinking didn't change, you know, like I'm still, and I think about people like, cause I have a friend whose dad got sober that way too. And I'm like, well, sometimes it makes me wonder, like, well, maybe that person for them, their addiction shows up differently, and like they're totally fine psychologically.
The assumption could be that they're not doing anything else to expand their spiritual self, because I think that's the thing that I always zero in on the literature when I'm talking to my sponsees. You know, if you fail to enlarge your spiritual life, meaning if you stop using, you stop doing whatever, but you don't do anything to change. And what I know now, being in recovery, as long as I have, my recovery is walking, going to the gym. It's not having an argument. It's everything that is helping me to become a better version of myself. And so it's like, it may very well be, and this is why it's so mysterious, that they're doing so well because they found another outlet, another way. And this is where it's like, you know, as much as I'm biased, it's like, again, it's like
if it works, it works.
Yeah.
Like, Sage, I really appreciate what you were saying, is that we're community-based creatures.
Absolutely.
And sometimes I wonder if you know, regardless of the recovery program, if there is some community there, if that maybe that's the kind of the function that's maybe replacing spirituality, which
and we make things, even outside of 12-step, we make things difficult. Like, I think what's beautiful for me about 12-step is finding all of these intersections, finding all these ways that I don't have to, you know, I can do it by myself, but I don't have to. And I think that to me is what's beautiful. Right. I mean,
yeah. So here's my question for the table. So
table.
So that
if you can't see this, but Anthony's giving me that Anthony look. It's like,
so here's the question. Just given what we've said about spirituality, can personal responsibility replace spirituality?
Can you define what personal responsibility is?
I love that question. I don't have an answer. You know what I mean? Like personal responsibility.
Answer it. Can you answer it based on
like the way the SOS? Yeah. So the reason why I said I don't have an answer is because I don't think I have one kind of like readily available in my head. If I think about it with the SOS programs, for example, let's take this. So if you're a newcomer, in the way that we talk about it in 12-step, right? We have to admit powerlessness, that our life had become unmanageable, that we were powerless over whatever it is, and then our lives had become unmanageable, right? And then we do the second step, is we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. And then we get to 3, right? We turn our will over and care. So there is this way that in 12-step, we are surrendering a lot of things. We're saying, I'm not going to rely on myself to do this anymore. There's something bigger than myself. There's something that I'm going to turn to. So in the way the SOS program, I think they think about it, is it's more about, less so about, nothing about kind of what is happening spiritually, and more so about decisions that they make, right? So it's like whatever dots that they're connecting along the way.
I mean, I think, like, thinking about what you were saying, Sage, is, I know when I first came into the room, and I was, you know, I grew up an atheist. I had no concept or belief in a higher power. The concept of God, like a group of addicts, really worked for me. And I think that kind of goes back to like how we're all we're community-based people. And so maybe for folks doing SOS, it's not necessarily a God or a higher power above, you know, guiding you, but maybe it is that community level, and you're right.
Yeah.
Hats off to folks who have the personal responsibility of just taking it into their own hands, but you know, maybe they still need that community.
Yeah.
This is what I said what I mentioned last time. Like, I feel like it's semantics. I feel like it's language. Different language is used, but when you boil the pot down, we're all kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like I said in a previous episode too, around like there's so many ways up the same mountain.
Yeah.
I have a question.
yeah.
So with the SOS program, what was one of the programs that you identify?
So Smart Recovery, I think Smart Recovery is one of them.
Do they meet?
I know there are smart
There's a few
recovery.
here.
Yeah, there's smart recovery programs in the city.
There was.
Do you know
there
what
was one.
that meeting looks like? I'm just trying to. Get
Oh
an
yeah.
understanding.
Sure. So
Yeah.
so a lot of these recovery meetings, okay, so if we think about the closest thing that I think we can approximate for folks that might be able to relate to it is like if you've ever done like an IOP program or an outpatient program, those are not spiritually based, right? So sometimes you'll discuss like there'll be like a psychoeducational component where we're talking about kind of like what are the mechanisms in the brain and stuff like that. But if we're talking about the actual structure of some of these meetings, so sometimes there'll be kind of like a process question in the beginning. So, like, is there something that you want to check in about?
So it's like a support group. There's
do you want feedback? Right. So some people will say like, yes, I want feedback, or no, I just want to like do this, whatever this thing is. Some programs will focus on triggers, right? So like what are your triggers and how do we kind of manage those triggers and kind of prevent or support your abstinence in that way, right? So that's very different. So I think one of the crucial differences is that there's no storytelling. So there's no like, hey, I want to just check in. This is what was happening in my week. I'm trying to think about like what we do in 12-step. It's kind of like there might be a topic and you're talking about the topic, or there might be something else. So that component isn't there. It's more practical.
It's like psychotherapy support groups.
Yeah, it's just like that. Exactly. It's just like that.
Yeah, I think that, thank you for that explanation. I think that the reason why 12-step programs work for me is because we addressed the different aspects of the disease, right? The disease model, which is that it is a physical, spiritual, and mental disease. And so I feel like with the 12-step programs, it helps to kind of address all of those things. Whereas with the SOS model, it's only going to address like the physical or the mental.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And is that enough?
For me, it wasn't.
Right.
For me, it wasn't.
For me, it isn't.
I would still want to probably have killed myself if I didn't put my belief in something greater than myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to say something?
No. I was just, I was going to chime in, but I don't need to.
Yeah.
No.
Sage, I think.
Did I get too dark? I'm sorry.
No. That's real, girl.
Not at all.
What? I think about that
Absolutely.
all the time. That's one of the things that keeps me from a relapse is I am almost 100% certain that if I were to relapse again, I would 100% kill myself.
The thing,
Period. You know?
I can tell you with all of this, the thing that I worry. Go ahead.
Okay.
No, the thing that I worry most about is like I worry when people are so cut off, when they refuse, when it's like the bottom line no, when it's a hard no, like I'm not going to try this, I'm not going to do whatever. Like I feel like you get to a certain point in recovery, even in 12-step, where you find you need something different, and you get to kind of, in some ways, you still work the ideas of the program, but you get to cherry pick. Like maybe I need to go to more meditation meetings. Maybe I need to try this. Maybe I need to try that. And I think that, I just worry that if you need it and it's there, that you're not letting your that you're not closed off to it. You know, we talk about being open-minded.
How much? So when we think about 12, it's so to Sage H's point about how like we are biased at this table. Because even as I'm thinking through it and like the questions I'm coming up with, I'm like, oh, this is all based on my experience in 12-step. So the question that I was thinking about was like, how much structure, I mean, how much structure do humans really need, or people in recovery really need? And I think maybe another way of thinking about that is like, what kind of structures do you have in your own recovery that allow for you to continue to abstain? Thoughts?
Well, it depends on win. In the beginning, I feel
I
like
love
we need
that.
a lot of
Yes.
structure because when I haven't been doing, when I've just been going off the rails, not concerned about anything, I need to relearn how to. I need to relearn and understand the importance of it because I fight it. I mean, we all come in pretty defiant, but the longer that you stay in, and then you realize, and your life starts to get better or whatever, and I almost as you practice, you put it to practice, it becomes second nature. It's almost like the best way to explain it, and for those who can't see, I was thinking about my spirituality. It's the open palm of my hand of my higher power, and I'm right in the center. And there are times when my palm's closed, and that's when my higher power is holding on tight to me. And there are other times when that hand's open because I don't need that same kind of support. And so I think that's the same thing with that. It's like it depends on me and where I'm at. And I think it changes back and forth. It goes back and forth because you know how it's like more will be revealed, and so I gotta face a new something.
Yeah.
I love that, Louis. I also agree that it depends on where I am in my recovery, but I do know that in the beginning of most people's recovery, and I want to say including those who practice SOS, that we all need structure in order to find our way out of the thing that we were always doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then also, again, to Louis's point with regards to like going back and forth with structure, I know that for me, if I am like exploring a new city or if I've moved from my home group into a different area, I need to then practice more structure again.
Absolutely.
Just to get myself familiarized with like my surroundings.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think so. Some of the questions that I was thinking about are like, how can a person decide? And this is also questions for like we can to ponder maybe in the futures. Like, how do you know if a program like this it would work for you, right? And some of the questions are like, do you want guidance? Do you want guidance or do you want autonomy?
Yeah.
Right. And that makes me think about the newcomer, for example. So a lot of SOS programs, the ones that I'm familiar with, they don't actually have a structure for the newcomer.
Yeah.
Right. We're in AA or 12-step in general, we do have a structure for the newcomer. And that's, I think, essential going back to like, where are you in your recovery? So that was the first thing I was thinking about. And then also this idea of personal responsibility. Like, what is your relationship to this idea of personal responsibility? Does it feel like empowering or does it feel overwhelming?
That whole thing, personal responsibility, can do a number on you because if I can put way pressure on myself, meaning like, especially if I'm new and I'm constantly like, I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to take care of me and I'm falling short constantly. That can do a number. It's like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I stay sober? Why can't I stay sober? And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
go ahead.
Oh, I mean, I know for me, like when I was using, I had a personal responsibility to pay my rent. I had a personal responsibility to show up work on time or to show up for my family. And I didn't do all those things. I think the guidance avenue worked more for me than my autonomy because I think at the end of the day, it was way beyond me and way more than I could control. And I needed to not be like self-autonomous. Like I needed someone else to guide me and to show me the ropes.
Yeah.
What are you going to say?
Yeah. What I was going to say is there is this disillusion that in the 12-step program that we don't have autonomy, but we do. Because in order for anyone to have recovery, you have to say yes.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and even in the first step, admitting to yourself that you're powerless over whatever, when you admit it, no one can really come in and help you unless you ask for it or unless you give permission, right? So we still do have autonomy.
Yeah. What you're reminding me of the paradoxes of AA, and there's I think 4 paradoxes in AA, but one of them is that we give up control to regain control.
That part.
Right?
Absolutely.
So with that, I think we're landing the plane.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So the Castro Country Club is a safe and sober community center for all people and a refuge for the LGBTQ recovery community.
We provide programs and services that help change lives by supporting personal growth.
Yes, and our vision is to reduce the suffering of addiction by connecting people to community opportunity and support.
You can find more information, including all the ways to contact us, at www.castrocountryclub.org/podcast.
Yes, and check out new episodes every Monday when Brandon drops them.
Brandon, we love you, Brandon.
Yes, we absolutely love you.
All right, bye.